channel. Oh, you guys, sorry, I still have not. I haven't cleaned. I'm drinking coffee. It is almost 2 p.m. and it's warm outside, but it's not warm inside our houses. I also stepped like I'm really how should I say it? I'm not coming down with a cold, but my throat was like bothering me for a couple of days. Mm. And it's getting a little clear, so I couldn't. I drank tea this morning, not coffee. So I in the fall. Not we are really in fall. In our fall, how should I say it? Time because yeah, it gets. It was raining yesterday. It was raining all day. But yeah, so I'll show you what I got from my friends. I'm also gonna show you the page that I asked you, because we're gonna start thanks to hey Marlene, hey girl. We're gonna start, and this is gonna be the painting of we might do a couple, but I did buy this Holbein. There's another Holbein item coming in from Japan. And no, I didn't get charged for it. Yay, Amazon. Sometimes that's a better way. And no, it's not Amazon Japan, it's Amazon US. That they seek. So I did get this, and I realized this is an quinacridone opera, the opera from Holbein. It was $8 through Amazon, and by our U.S. standards, this is a 15 mil um, tube. It is cheap, and I will tell you something about Holbein. Holbein, I know it's expensive for us here in the U.S. Get it from Europe or get it from Japan. Through Amazon US, you just put on the search bar Holbein, and a bunch of things Holbein will show up. That the shipper will ship for free. Um, from Japan, you just have to wait a couple weeks. But um, so this showed up. I was gonna buy another one. So this is why I told you on my post that you need three colors, because thanks to Sketches and Scrubs, which I don't know her real name, I always Sketches and Scrubs. She was doing something color stories. Oh no, I posted it on my um on the community. I posted it this morning when I was gonna tell you what time I was coming live. But anyway, you have time because this is gonna be at the end. So get three, because we're gonna start doing color stories, and I'll show you something that I kind of found out. So Sketches and Scrubs is doing something similar, and she started in her. You can have a sketchbook as well. So what I'm doing right now is looking to my other two Holbein. One of them I got it earlier this year through St. Louis Art Store. The This is Da Vinci Black, and this is this watercolor? No, gouache. It's gouache, and it's so thick. Look at you guys. I pour. These are my white nights, and I'm gonna start using these because I pour them in. These are the pastel ones, and they're so nice. The mocha, maroon, and all that. But I have them in tubes. These were 12 millimeters. They were cheap as hell. I got them before the war. And then people trying to make me feel light. I'm so glad I didn't get lilac because I do have it. So see, Holbein goes a long way. I pour most of my 5 millimeter tubes into full pans, and I have not touched them because I still have the leftovers from 2.5 years ago. This is I have a Holbein pastel set, and this is where this is coming from. So I'm trying to find my Holbein full. This is another favorite, PWC Shinhan Crimson Lake. I only have a couple of these, but they're so good. The reason that I'm holding on to these because they're pricey. I was talking about, I didn't hear where you got the paint. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was an Amazon US. I never go to any other Amazon. Everything that I get from Amazon, I get it from Amazon US. I never go to other Amazons because I'm not crazy like that. If they want me to buy it, they will list it on Amazon US. And I know they're coming from elsewhere because it'll say on the little thing, or it'll ask me. It'll say the shipping date, and I know. Oh, okay. But yeah, unless I tell you Arte Miranda, which is in Spain. But right now I'm not buying from Arte Miranda because I don't know. I've heard some like weird things, so I don't. Usually when I buy from them, it's over $100. It's like usually one between 120 and 200. I yeah. So I'm not buying anything. I am waiting for a Blick order, and I'm gonna get it in two. So that's gonna be for Saturday. This video, but oh my God, where is it? And my that Holbein is so nice. Okay, I might have to pour this because I need, and I also can't find the the gouache from Holbein, the one that I really like. Um, and it's this is see what this is what happens when you move. I'm still trying to. I open everything, but everything's not out. These are watercolors and some cheap Royal Talents gouache that I really like. It was from a children's set from a while ago. But yeah, this, oh my God. I don't think it's in here. I might have to pour the other one. And if it's not there, then I know it has to be in another jar of this. Which is a, oh, okay. Which is, I think, might have to like move all my watercolors. Because I think when I was in my old room, I didn't have enough space, so I just kind of like put all the watercolor tubes together, and I don't know. But yeah, these are not it. So I have, so yeah, I don't know. But we're gonna see a lot of these watercolors anyway. Come up in the color stories. So for today, it's gonna be a not to Holbein. Um, but other than that, it's gonna be so it's not in here, but you will see these watercolors. These are my good watercolors, and apparently some gouache, because this is some gouache that I have, but that's okay because you could always use. So I know where it is. It's the other one. Oh my gosh! But I wanted to come on here, show you guys. Okay. So okay, it might be on this one then. My actual gouache stuff. And there's some watercolors in here, which I don't know why it should be off. Oh, gouache, but I don't know why they're in here, but they are. Um, let me see. Where is the Holbein gouache? I mean, one of them is a gouache. Yeah, I don't know. No, they're not in here either. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy. I have to probably sort through all of this again. Make sure they're incorrectly. Cause yeah, I don't like going through all my stuff. Oh my gosh. But yeah, must do. Uh, I don't know where it is. What's it? Oh my god. Sorry, you guys. It's driving me crazy because I just remembered. And I was like, oh, that's right. The tube that I acquired from St. Louis art store and then, which for me, it made it all worth it. Might not even be in here. I have no idea where the two tubes that I'm missing. They're from Holbein. Oh my god. Might have to do a different color story other than Holbein, but I wanted to do Holbein. Darn. These are watercolors. I don't know why. Let me think. I remember seeing the gouache in my other place. Now I don't remember where I put it, where I repacked it. That's the problem. If I can't find it, I might have to do a different color story other than Holbein. Damn. But I really, because I just remember the other day, where is my gold Holbein, the gouache, and then the new tube that I was going to put on a palette that I got from. That new tube is nice. It's as big as this one. But if I can't find it, that is really odd because I know where all my stuff is. These are all watercolors too. Oops. These are all watercolors. Shoot. And I'm a pretty organized person. So I don't, that means they're probably lost somewhere in my watercolor. Yeah, and I have a, so you see I have a lot of watercolors. A lot of them now are in tubes. They're different ones too. I shouldn't be buying more watercolors. But I love them. What can I say? I'm addicted to watercolors apparently. There's one more place I need to look, and if it's not there, then I might have to do a different color story other than Holbein, which is shame. Sorry, guys. I promise I'll be quick. If you can't find it in my jars, then that means they're probably lost somewhere. And I have to probably look for them elsewhere, which is not cool. I don't have my watercolors and gouache like everywhere. Only in certain places. Where can they be? Oh, oh, you know what? Maybe I know where they might be. Yay! I found them. They were in front of my face. Sometimes there's only certain places where I hit stuff for myself. Oh, see, oh, I'm gonna have to throw this away. This was actually I bought this. It's actually that stuff that you see. I bought it from Cancun, but the other day, and I think it's disintegrating. But yeah, this is a sun, and I used to hang. But it's a really cool thing from salt. But I think the humidity here is not doing it any good anymore. So I think I'm gonna have to toss it out. Okay, I found it. See, I looked everywhere but here. So I remember this is where I put the majority of my gouache. I had my Daniel Smiths in here, and I had to take them out because I gave some away. And as you can see, this Da Vinci yellow light Hansa. Um, it's a watercolor, but it's pretty opaque. I put it in the gouache section because I don't like it. Primary yellow. Okay, this is gouache, but I'm pretty sure yep, it's right here. So this is antique gold. The only, this is so nice. You're gonna see why. This one, and then yep, the tube that I got. This is gouache, but I got this individually because this is part of the set that I don't have. I have Holbein the primary gouache, but I don't, and it's so good. I don't have the other one because it's so expensive. So I think my tube that I got from the tube that I got for watercolor, I think it's in here. I think. So I got one. If not, I'm gonna have to use some other. But I think it's. Let me see. Primary white. See all these Holbein. So I'll tell you something. This Holbein, this is a acrylic gouache. An acrylic gouache. This is the student grade, and this is the artist grade. But this, I mix them together because this is this one's more opaque and more like acrylic. This is more like watercolor. It's really loose, but it is permanent. So I tend to mix them together. I have a lot of these, actually. Shoot, where is the other tube of Holbein? My God. So oh, and I'm guilty. I'm gonna do this more in the winter. This gouache that it's so nice gouache that I got from Arte Miranda. I banked on it. I think it cost me like $30 something, and I haven't even used it because between all the moves and all that stuff. But it's so nice. Ooh, I have one in my hair. So damn, where is that watercolor? Where is this is the Da Vinci gouache, magenta. They're really pretty. It's like a moody color. Where can that be? It's gotta be in my watercolor. One of my the one. Let me dump a couple of things. If not, then I'm gonna have to use. Cause at least I found that one. Ugh. So go find your materials, and we are gonna swatch this one, the 48 set of first of Stettler. No, we're not. We're actually gonna do this exercise first. But I'm gonna show you all the stuff that I got from my friend, the wood stuff, and then we're gonna proceed. Well, we're almost there. Sorry, you guys. We're almost there. Where can my watercolor be? last time. Oh my god. I'm so tired looking for it. Found it. Yay! I was like, I know it's gotta be. There's only a couple places I have these watercolors, but apparently I need to do better at it because I can't find shit. Oh my god. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. I had, I guess I skipped it over what I was trying to find. Sorry, you guys. I should have done this before. But 21 minutes. Oh my god. I haven't done anything. Oh, there's only Marlene in here, right? All right. So you can use loose, and I was gonna use a piece of loose um, watercolor paper, but we're gonna fold it. Oh, this is mine, Marlene. I have them in here already in my studio, but I got them. This I got it. I bought it. This I got it in St. Louis. They do like mystery boxes or mystery bags for $8, but then I have to pay shipping. And I remember on the last mystery bag, which is I think it was early in the year, like early spring or something. I got a mystery bag and I ended up getting this, which was the highlight, which was it is Mars Violet, which I don't have, and I've been wanting to pour, but now I have this one too in my Holbein. Let me show you my Holbein um, watercolor palette that I've never used. I have squeeze. Look at so these little ones are the pastel ones that I pour and I rarely use. These full pans, I do have white, but I'm gonna take it out and probably use this either Mars or maybe put half and half Mars Violet and half of the Opera. Why are they not used? Why are they? These sort of use them a little bit more when I had them in a different. And these are all my Holbein, with the exception of the gouache. I have this, and I have a primary set of gouache, regular gouache, not the acrylic gouache. But these are all my watercolors, except for these two now. They're not used because I have where I pour the rest of the Holbein a palette that I'll remind you guys that I use. It's a porcelain palette where I put the leftovers of this and some most of it Holbein, and it's been over 2 years, and I still cannot get through it. They're so expensive because they're so good. They're opaque. Even if you think, oh, I'm gonna use a lot of paint, and you like dip it and do it, they last you a really long time. So when people tell you not to buy the 5 millimeter Holbeins or 5 millimeter tubes, Holbein and Daniel Smith are your best bet because they're gonna last you a lifetime. This palette I put it over 2 years and I'm yet to touch it. When it comes to this big watercolors, there it's a whole tube, a 5 millimeter tube that I put together. And obviously this was not the palette, this was the original Maylang that I had. I have another one too, and so I put them on there because I don't have the thing, and I like the fact it doesn't have the little thing. So Holbein goes a long way, a long, long, long way. Let me tell you. But okay, that's enough lecture. Well, we're gonna be here a while. Drink my coffee now that I found this Holbein that I got it from the bag. Mars Violet. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I almost flipped when I saw the bag. There's a video on it. And I was getting the stuff out and I'm like, okay. And then I saw Holbein and everything just turned into. And this is obviously my favorite gold. It is this one, antique gold. You'll see why. It's so. It is from the winter set, but I only bought this one for like I think it was $8. So good. And now I'm gonna add to my repertoire. Dun, 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 the Holbein Opera. I know it's not Life Fast, but it was $8 for a 15 millimeter too. So I couldn't say no to that one. But we are, like I said, gonna do this, and then we're gonna swatch this while it dries. Um, so I've asked you if you want or you can. Well, this video is alive, so you can do it with me, or you can do it without me. Nah, what's it gonna be? No, just kidding. But so, oops. Oh, shoot. Um, I'm gonna do this big, my big. I was gonna do it on, or should I do it on the Legion paper? I'm still kind of touring between back because it needs to be a paper that you want to fold. I might have to do it on that Fabriano. Mm, no, I want to do it on the. No, 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 no. I am gonna do it on here. Well, let me see. Yeah. Well, I could do it on the Hanamula one. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on the Hanamula one because I feel like this one is too thick. You want a watercolor paper or a mixed media paper that is not too thick. This is perfect, the Hanamula, which I'm getting another one. This is the hot press and I'm getting the cold press. I love this so much. Belle, are you here? Say something. Um and remember this? Oh my god, this was so pretty. I absolutely love this. I did this on a live when I was testing out this one. Do not get that sugarcane one. That one, and this is a 9. This is I got it from St. Louis Art Store. This is a 9 by 12, and I'm getting the same one from Blick, and I got it for $10, I think. And I'm also getting some 10 pack of loose paper for like a dollar 80 something. Everything I'm getting from Blick was on sale. Everything, every single little thing. So yeah, this is perfect. So this is hot press. So this is kind of soft, but if you, I'm pretty sure that cold press, which I'm yet to test. Um, oops, it's probably I found my leaf. Ugh. So yeah, it's so you want something kind of flexible because we're gonna flex it on a sign. So I'm as far as I know, this is not 100% cotton, but it feels like it. I mean, it acts like it, but it's not big enough, small enough for this exercise. And like I said, this is the first part of our color stories. We're always gonna do it in trios, okay? Um, yes, we're gonna do it now, Marlene. We'll start now. Do you watch Sketches and Scrubs, Marlene? Her channel. She's an she's a YouTube artist, but she is also okay. Well, let me show you before we start here, and then I'll show you what I got. This is my friend. I got these are wood, and this one broke, but that's okay. I can fix it. It wasn't her because she packaged stuff really well. She put this on the bottom, and I think they slammed, and it was raining. So my and I didn't want to tell her, but yeah, this is a little piggy. They're wood, and we're gonna this one I'm gonna watercolor in oil in pink, which is a water-based oil paint that I have. It's so cute. Look at that. So perfect for November, when like the little farm. And I got some a couple. I'm gonna show you before we do color stories. And I got the smaller set of gingerbread. So I got 4 of these. So cute. Look at that. So we're gonna obviously paint these and for Christmas before that. So when December, right around Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving. So I got 4, and then believe it or not, this was kind of expensive. And I got 2 of these. These are gingerbread, but these are bigger. See, these are the baby ones, and these are bigger. I prefer the bigger ones, but I did want the smaller ones to do other things. And they were, yeah, it's like $80, so that's okay. Um, I mean, she's my friend, but yeah, that's the only thing I got. This is I got from handmade from Rosalinda. Mm. And I was gonna buy like 2 noise, but I was like, So here's the thing, okay, about these color stories. We're gonna do them throughout, um, because I'll show you. Because Sketches and Scrub was correct, and I've seen other people do them. I just didn't know what to call them, but mine are gonna be color stories. So if you wanna follow my journey, this live and other things are always gonna be here for you. Um, but remember these, Marlene, when I cut my old paintings? And these are like 4 years old, 3 years old, 2 years old paintings. These are old paintings. Look at what I came up with. This is actually ink. Oh, they left. Oh. They must be working or something, Marlene. That's okay. Maybe they didn't want to. They're probably wondering you were gonna ask them about the. Um, I think they might be shy or something. I don't know. That's okay. See, I noticed I put down like a lot of my colors when I was looking through them, and I still have to still look at this. Is Paul Rubin? Can you see the little glitter? The little glitter. No, it's hard to see, but it is. It live. It looks so pretty. And if I didn't seal them, you can still move them. That's why I have to seal them. But I noticed, even though a lot of these were experimental, like you're starting to see, I have like a color theme to them. You see, same same type of colors over and over again, whether they're lighter or darker. Even on my white space, you can still see the resemblance. So I was like, oh, I tend to use the same type of colors. And it's not because I cut them and made them into smaller pieces. Look, if I use the blue, I tend to use the green, and I tend to use a lighter tint. And same thing with this one, see? And when I go dark, I tend to go same thing dark. So I was like, oh, and say, look at here, look at this exercise was something completely different. But look at I happen to have the same color themes. See, seems like it. Look at this one. It's like perfect. Yeah. So when I looked through them and I was like, oh, I tend to use the same type of colors. I have a color story theme. So, and I also want to know that this color is a good thing. Painting, I know you guys always asking me about drawing. I don't like to draw, and I hate to draw, to be honest. And painting and drawing are cousins. They're not the same thing. They're cousins. They're not even brother sister. They are cousins. Now, a lot of teachers, some teachers will tell you this, that in order to make a good painter, you got to be a good drawer. But I am here to tell you that it's not true, because I have very limited drawing skills. Because I don't like to draw. It stresses the hell me out, but I do love to paint. So you have to kind of, how do I say it? It takes years to develop the color combos. Like for example, like this one. I knew it would work because I like to work with this like it's a yellow, it's not a lemon yellow. Because if it was a lemon yellow it would be lighter. This is more of a, how do I say it? Like the other yellow, the darker type of yellow, and it turned into almost like a very nice sunset type. And I knew it would work because I had used this against this before, and I just added this really nice pinky. I think it was a magenta that I watered down. So I just wanted to give. I didn't want the red to show up too much. I wanted to have that delicacy. Look at this red, this magenta versus this magenta. Totally different. And this was the leftovers. Remember, Marlene from the other day. This was the leftover paint up for my brush. And look how different they are from the inside of the magenta. It's like day and night. Okay. So, um, this is why we're building these color stories. You can build them with me, or you can wait until you become more proficient. Like I said, I'm starting to dwindle down the colors that I like. I like really light, bright colors. Also, really dark and moody ones. See, like this one. Look at this little exercise. Still light colors. So I have a lot of two paints and a lot of. I do recommend you do this with two paints, and also I don't have with me right now. They're up there. I don't feel like getting them, but I do have and I'm just gonna use this brush because it's here. No, I'm not. I'm gonna use another brush, but um, yeah, I'm gonna use this. I like to use this Jackson one. The quill from Jackson really surprised me. I just had it for 2.5 years. Just no, about 2 years, 23. Yeah, 2 years. Just hanging around there in my box. Now I'm happy to that it's on. It's quite nice. It's nice. So I do recommend this. I do recommend more of a loose. This is gonna be a loose exercise, of course, an abstract. However, this is what I'm gonna say. I choose Holbein because I have this. This is gouache, not watercolor, but I'm gonna, because it's gold, I'm gonna treat it like watercolor. Regular gouache, all there is more opaque watercolor. So if you want to use it like watercolor, you just have to use more water with it. Yeah. But this is something that I want to work with, and we are in fall. So I want to see how this is like a fall theme. We're going to play around with colors. Like I said, you can do it. I'm going to do it on this pad. I decided all of them if possible. You can also, oh, let me, you can also do it. You can tape it around. I'm not going to do that because just around so you can handle it. I'm not gonna do that, but because I like to use the whole space. But I was gonna say this: you can do this, and this video is always gonna be up here. I'm gonna name it "Color Stories," um, introduction to color stories, because, like I said, looking back through my kind of paintings, I kind of know the colors now. But then again, I'm 4 years in, Yep, 4 years in that I've been painting. So, well, in December it will be. So you might want to wait, and you could also do it. You don't have to do it on a, because I'm gonna take this off, and you're gonna see, we're going to make it into a design. So we're gonna cut it. Well, I'll show you on this one. Um, let's just say this is all painted and everything. We are going to fold it, and I'm gonna do it on this video, but I'm showing you that right now. Fold it, and then we're gonna fold it again. You can also use something like this and keep it all in here, no problem. Um, and then we're going to cut the center. And I didn't fold it correctly, so don't tell me, hey, you didn't fold it correctly. No, I didn't. I'm not perfect. If you don't have some scissors, you have the other stuff, then that's fine. Just cut half of it, uh, like that. You're going to unfold it. You're going to have this slit, and you are going to this side round. Remember, let's just pretend this is like 6, not 4. So you can decide to, here, did I do it incorrectly? I think it was supposed to be in this way. Whoops. Yeah, no, I didn't. So you fold it like that, and it'll make more sense once I we do the other one. Oops, is it? Mm, yeah, I think I did. I did cut it incorrectly. Whoops. I didn't say I was perfect, did I? If you happen to cut it incorrectly, no problem. Just add some fabric or something else. Because this should be a book. And all you have to do, yeah, I did cut it the wrong way. I was supposed to cut it, I think, this way. Let me see if it'll still do it. Well, here. How about this? If something like this happens, just cut it off. Like that. You will have a little booklet, like a little sign. And all you gotta do is flip it. Okay. Be like, oh, okay. So this one I just show you, but I will show you again. Hopefully I do it the right way. Oops. But it will be a sign, so you can paint the rest of it if you like. Let's just say that was painted, but here we're gonna paint first, and then we're gonna cut later. We might not cut, I don't know, because I'm like, it's supposed to be like a little booklet. But anyway, so here you are. You can add water, and then you can add more stuff to it if you like. Later on, when it's dry and everything, add some other marks. I'm just probably gonna add, like, to me that is Holbein and the 3 colors that I use. So when I go back, this is a way of mixing as well. Mixing your colors without being afraid to mudding them up. I have mudding them up, and it's not too bad when the watercolors are um, when they're a good brand, because they can easily. Girl, I'm not perfect. I've been wanting to do this exercise, like I said, but some people call it color stories. I'm gonna call it color. Some people call it making designs. It is drawing on abstract. So you know how I love abstract. Abstract is where I feel like the artist can easily let go of expectation and everything, and just focus. Like I said, I didn't finish my thing when I went on a tangent, but color is what healed me after my mom passed away. Color. It wasn't the exercise, it was actually color. I was drawn to certain colors. Um, And that's, you can use, I'm gonna use water and not alcohol because I want this, I don't want to nothing to interfere. Alcohol has a different reaction, so I don't want nothing to interfere with look at this. My god, look at this. This is why, this is why I did this. OMG. You can do all kinds of marks. I'm gonna do these types of marks. Look at that. Wow. It feels like butter too. And you don't have to mix everything, just enough to. This is why I didn't want to tape it down. Because I knew in my heart of hearts that I'm gonna put you up a little bit. You'll be like, this girl needs to stop talking. She's been talking for an hour, almost 40, 50 minutes, and she hasn't done anything. Well, there you go. This is why we're doing these color stories. Now, I do like shimmery, but I will tell you to abstain from metallics. The only reason I put this gold because this is fall theme, and I will do a couple fall theme, and I wanted to see how these two colors reacted to this opera. I didn't realize this opera was this bright, but it, I feel like they mix really well. You can leave as much white space as you like. I don't like to leave much white space. I'll tell you that right now. Look at that. And when it dries, remember when it dries, it's gonna give you a slightly different look. Wow. So you want a brush that is gonna hold a lot of color and a lot of paint because, well, this exercise color, like I said, you can tape some of the sides. I'm not going to because frankly, I love paint and I don't like I don't like actually white space, believe it or not. I only like to use white when it's when it's stars or something when it's actually pretty necessary. So this is also a good exercise for like marks. Look at that. Look at how pretty. Oh my god. This is why I love watercolor because it has sort of an effect. It's, I don't know, it just uh, when it goes on the paper, it, oh my god, it does something to me. Look at that granulation. Oh my god, so pretty. Don't you guys think? And you can play around with your. So okay, I didn't have too much paint on my brush this time around. Thank goodness. So I don't like to waste paint. So what I'm gonna do now, I want to play around with this gold. So I wanted to kind of move around. It's so majestic, you guys. Incredible. Oh my god. Look how pretty this is. How pretty. Yeah, this is a good exercise. It is an, like I said, on an abstract, even though most of you guys tell me that my stuff looks like something else. It's just, it's a good exercise. And like I said, it is color stories because you are mixing these colors. That's why only three. Like I said, abstain yourself from metallic. This one was the exception, but I am gonna really abstain from using metallics and see what color stories, what fall color stories. Oh my god, it is so pretty. Lord. Woo! I love the way I didn't like the Mars when it makes it it comes like a brown but like a really like a maroon like a kind of like a garnet like a earthy garnet, not like a red. And that when it tones down, I notice a lot of the opera that you see it. Mars is very dominant, and I only put a little bit of that. I actually put more opera. Let me try more opera pink. um, just I'm just gonna dabble here and there, just here and there. Yeah, it's really that Mars is really intense. So those are the kind of things you're gonna want to look for that on your color stories, because it'll make you at the time that, like, let's say you want to mix certain colors, you could always look back, reference this, and say, oh yeah, I remember when I mixed this one and this one. Like Mars, be careful with Mars Violet, because it's really intense. Like, you know, pretty much use it like an indigo or like a black, because it's so intense. And let me see, Violet, Mars Violet, W313. Um, I don't see. I want to see what. Oh, here it are. So it's made of PR101, PV23, and PV7. I think PV7 is black. Not sure, but it's pretty dominant if you ask me. So look at that. Don't you guys love it? What do you think, Marlene? This is my mixture. Like I said, and I'm not to Holbein, because, you know, Holbein is the shizzle. You know what I mean by that. And you can play around with the shapes as I'm doing, because I just like, it's weird. After all that talk and looking for my tubes, I just feel like I want to enjoy this. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Ooh, it is so pretty. I just cannot get over how beautiful. It like it ex- how do I say it? It exceeded my wild dreams. It sure did. It sure did. Okay. So I think we're done with this. I am going to see how pretty. So it is abstract, and it's not an actual painting. It's actually like a mixture of the colors. We're gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna put it into a little design booklet. But so yeah. So hopefully it'll dry fast by the time we're done. Now we are going to do the Stettler 48 set that I got. I think this is not artist grade. I am not certain. It doesn't say around here. It is made in Canada. Um, well, it's made in Thailand, but it's distributed. This is a 2020 Canada. 48. They are break resistant, extra thick. 4.0 million lead, easy to grip, economic shape, brilliant colors are soft and easy to blend. Easy to sharpen with a standard sharpener, perfect for large scale drawings and posters. So Stettler is a good brand, as some of you know. It is a German brand. It's not like as popular as Lamy and all the other ones. Faber Castell, but they are a good brand. I noticed most of the German brands they they are pretty much a standard. So this is how they come up. That's why I said this is probably not an artist grade because it doesn't come in a tin or anything. This is probably student grade. However, I mean for $7, 6.99, I couldn't say no. Now see triangular. This look to be center. It doesn't have a cap or anything. That's why I said this is probably children or just yeah, children or beginners. I don't know, but I did buy the Faber Castell. The Faber Castell used they were bigger, and they were. I do believe I got a. I think it was a 36 set for $11 or $8, something like that, through Amazon US, and then I gave it away last year. Um, I wasn't using them, and I have like artist grade, but I think I'm gonna keep this because sometimes you need like you need well you need how should I say it, you need just regular color pencils to mess around. As far as I know, yeah, they're waxy, so they're not um don't expect them to be water soluble because I know they're not. They're color pencils. They are hard, I'll tell you that, because I'm swatching this on Descanson, which I'm almost done. But they are, look at, they are pretty pigmented. Wow. Okay. So if you can afford Prismas or whatever, you come across this. I got them at Ross actually, and you're good to go. They feel like almost as hard as the Crayolas. Yeah, these are dope. But like I said, yeah, the Faber Castell, the black ones were a lot softer than these. A lot softer. And yeah, they don't, look at that, they don't roll around. So if you have arthritis or anything like that, skip these. You might not, yeah, they might not be worth it for you because you have to. I'm on on a grain watercolor surface, and I'm actually pressing on them quite a bit. But I am noticing they're very. Let me see, they're water soluble. No, oh, they are a little bit. Look at that. They are so a tiny bit water soluble, not that much. So only some of them. Yeah, only some of them, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna keep swatching because um, one, two, three, four. Oh, I already did this one, did I? Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, they're hard. Oh, okay, cool, Marlene. Yeah, these are hard, but they are pigmented. They are hard though. So maybe like in a rough surface. Oh yeah, I know which surface. So the pastel one, the pastel surface, the soft pastel, you could do an underpainting with these because they already have that grain. What is it called? And then you can easily, yeah. See, Smart Maria, because it already has that the natural grain that you need. Yeah, they're hard. They are very hard compared, but they are pigmented, so they must be really good, you guys. I think they're almost as pigmented as my Prismacolors. Oh, that's another thing. I want to be. I have not. I've been bad and I haven't used my polychrominals or my Prisma colors. And this is the reason when I saw these, I'm like, yeah, I need to use those. They are, like I said, they are nice. They're very pigmented. I'm very surprised. For budget friendly, these, yeah, you can't go wrong with these. Other than, I mean, like I said, if you have arthritis, do them on a rough surface on that pastel grid or make your own. And so that way they could easily fold through. Because, yeah, because my hand is already hurting and I don't have arthritis. But like I said, look at how pigmented they are. And look at this lead. It's quite thick. It's very thick. So yeah, I'm really glad. And one thing about the German brands, they stand they stand by their stuff. Like they don't put base. I'm gonna tell you how it is. They don't put up crap. They don't like to they don't like to make the stuff. They like to make stuff to last. That's why those Stabilo woodies that are made for kids. Look at us adults. We using them because yeah, they don't like to make stuff that is crappy. The Germans have like a like a engineer mind, and that's their community. That's how they work. Oh my god, this is like they have really pretty colors. I was really I'm really surprised. I'm really impressed. I really am, you guys. I really am. Yeah, exactly because it's gonna be covered by the pastel and then it's gonna help you with the grainy surface. See, I notice if you move it, it does well on the grainy stuff, but once it goes on regular, it doesn't. But it's pretty colors. Look at that. It doesn't skip a beat. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'm really glad I got them now, cause now I got a larger range. And yeah, could always find something to do with them. Always. Never say no to budget friendly art supplies. You'll be sorry. You'll be very sorry. Could always find something to do with it. I mean, that's the fun of being an artist, right? Playing around with art supplies. I know that's my favorite part. It's like it does something to me. It brings me alive. I don't know what it is. It does something to me. It's like I can't help myself. And then I love that I could. This I would give it to Lindsay the Furrow Crafter. She does, and when my earlier days when I was watching her constantly, like her old videos and stuff, her channel, and she did say this like the nice thing about having a lot of art supplies is that you can go in your studio or wherever that is, and you could just easily pull it and play with them. Now, when you don't, you're very limited and stuff. You can't do that, and I hate to say it, but she is correct. And then you instead kind of develop like a grudge or you start developing stuff that it's not there because it's not really helping anybody or yourself. So even if the stuff is expensive, I'll wait for it and I'll buy it at some later point, but I'm not gonna like hold myself like, oh, it's not. No. That's why I stopped buying a bunch of other stuff. And because I do enjoy art supplies and I do enjoy pulling stuff out of my cabinets and using it rather than, oh man, I don't have it or just, yeah. And I know at some point my stuff's gonna sell, so I'm not sweating it. Look at that, I'm making like little scribbles. Yeah, I'm glad I got these because I have all the colors in the sun now, and they go kind of like in rainbow order too. So I'm happy about that. And I don't have to like say, oh, I don't have this color because I could easily put this cheaper ones and use stuff as underpaintings and keep my Prismacolors nice and pristine, which I have not used. And I have a yeah. I haven't even swatched the larger set that I got last year. Shame on me. And the sets, the little sets that I got a couple years ago, nope, haven't done any of that. But I will, before the year ends, I'm going to start using them because I need to. Look at these. I'm telling you, look at the range of colors. And this is only one, the top box. We still have to go through the other one. We're almost done with this one. So this 48, and I have two, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 24? Yeah, 24 on each little thing. Yeah, that's pretty nice. If you come across them at Ross, get them if you like. You won't be sorry. And I knew it the moment I saw it. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be sorry I took them. This is quite nice. And yeah, let me get a drink of coffee. Oh, I sure do love coffee, and especially right now in the evening. I was about to pass out, and I said, no, no, I need to go over there and do me the live for these kids. They're waiting for me. Now look, they do include a silver and a gold. Ooh, I'm so happy about that. So yes, let's get it moving. Let's keep going. I will say once you get used to the thing, the lead, there are ones that are triangular. They're called Super Farby, and I have some of them in metallic, and they're from Faber Castell. They're the children's, like, and they're super nice on the hand. They're super nice. Oh, I am loving these colors. I am not mad at Stellar. These are really nice colors. So pretty. Oh, cool. How did your color stories go, Marlene? How did it look like something that were you surprised or no? Or they're the predictable ones? So look at these blues. Turquoise. So nice, these blues. Do you got the blues? I hope not. Same thing with the greens. It's like they didn't miss a beat. I'll tell you that. It's like, yeah, they actually went in rainbow order, like in real order. I wonder why they put 48 and not 50. I always wonder about that when they give us some weirdo numbers. I mean, 48 is an even set, but still, I just wonder. They would have give us a copper and another color to make it 50. Okay, I will say as you keep going, the it does get easier on your hand. So there's that. Lately, I've been killing it, huh, on this budget friendly stuff. And so, oh, also, if you're watching this replay and you have not, you better post. If you're doing Paintober, today is the last day. After by midnight, if it's not posted, oh, okay. Um, I'm not accepting anymore. Like, don't come on the 31st saying, "Oh, I did your paint over challenge, but I didn't know where to put it," because I have been putting. Marlene has been telling people where to put their stuff. So you go on my my channel, and there's a community tab, and that's where you post. So I and everybody else can see it. So don't be coming here on the 31st on my live and saying because it's the day that is a giveaway. Oh, like I was doing it, I just didn't know where to go. Because I'm not gonna accept that. You can also tag me on a video, or if you have a listing of postings through Instagram, you could tag me on there so that I know and I look at your stuff that you were doing the challenge on time, on a timely manner. Like I said, you don't have to paint every day. You don't have to paint. You can paint certain like 3 or 4 paintings if you like. If you're feeling a particular some sort of way one day, but by now you should know if you're participating or not, because we are at the halfway mark already. This is a nice color. This is similar to the one. Oh, and I'm only showing you the colors because it doesn't have the it has the numbers, but it doesn't have the colors. The box didn't have it either. So yeah, this is a really I like this color. This is it's similar to the Holbein Mars Violet. Interesting, huh? Very interesante. Two different mediums, and yeah, it came across really well. Ooh, so they ooh, this black is super black. It's like a charcoal black. I love it. Ooh, I love it. I like my darks really dark and like my lights really light, if that makes sense. Okay, now we're gonna do my favorite, the silver and gold. Ooh, I'm so happy they did this one. For silver, okay, silver is silver, kind of average, kind of average. Don't you guys think? And then our gold, it better be very goldy. No, just average. Eh, it doesn't even sparkle anything. Hmm. I think Sonia was doing it, but I don't know if she. I haven't seen her do anything, post anything. Maybe Facebook or something. She does follow me on my stuff. So Sonia, if you're looking at this, post your other stuff. I know you're doing Paintover, but just whichever ones you like. But yeah, you're still in it though. So these are all the 48 ones. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, about 10 to 11. That's pretty nice, huh? For 6.99. I really, wow. I was really shocked in a good way. And you guys, I'm almost gonna finish the sketchbook. I didn't like the Canson mixed media, but I'm almost done with it. Yay! And it became just my swatch book. Well, let me put it before I forget what it is. What it is. But yeah. And then we're gonna look back at our, see if it dried. Stetler. Ah, color pencils. Let me see. Let me go get a Prisma just to compare it. No, white is not my favorite color. Hell no. I like the wash, but I don't. That's not my favorite color. It's not even a color. Let's see. Let's see. Where can? Oh, wonder where my Christmas are. Can't find them. Can't find them. I remember I put some of them away. I thought, no. Why would you think that? No. Oh, they're in here. So I have like three sets of Christmas. So this is one. And I look at this one. This is a colorless blender that I've never even sharpened. And I have this ones. And I have a roll somewhere. This one I didn't even. They're brand new. I didn't even swatch them. They're the new 48 set. This I got them at Blick last year for like 30 some $33 or something like that. It's a Prisma with the new, and these are the ones that everybody's talking about. I just got this 24 set last year. See, I haven't even used it. So I cannot get that new. Yeah, these are some of my favorites. So let's see. So let's put it against this Stetler. So I do have to say a lot of these colors from Prisma Colors are super nice. Oh yeah, super soft. Look at that. I hate to say it, but they're almost the same as pigmented as these Tettlers. They're super soft though, the Prisma Colors. That's why everybody likes them. I'm yet to I'm yet to but I let me see if these dirt ones are nice. They're also muted. I'll tell you that. Okay, these dirt ones. Oh yeah. They're softer than the Prismas and definitely softer than the Stellars. So if you have arthritis, you get this dirt one. And they are life fast. And look how large they are. I yet to do some artwork with this one. Um, they're super nice. Oops, super duper nice. But I mean, you get what you pay for, right? So I a lot of the Derwin brand is my favorite because because they're just amazing. Okay, so I compare them. I mean, so these are budget friendly. Probably just let's go get the stuff and see if our little Zine is going to oops is going to do it. Okay. I think it did dry, you guys. It did dry. So I'm gonna get it off the block. And where I put my little leaf? Oh, it's right here. So I'm gonna get it off the block. That's why I said you need some flexi, or you can leave it on your sketchbook if you like. You can dedicate a whole sketchbook to this. It will help you. But I want to keep them this way because I don't know. Where is the? I can't find the opening. Oh, here it is. So it's on. And these are glued super good. So be careful with them, not tearing them if you have. So I will tell you that this is my favorite block to work with. Budget friendly. It's not 100% cotton, but it feels like it. I'm gonna see if the cold press. I'm pretty sure the cold press it behaves really well, and I like the softness of it. It's a block, and it doesn't. You can get it. the harmonica. You can get it basically anywhere. Try not to pay more than $13 for it. I get the 9 by 12 inch. There is a smaller one and there's a bigger one. I like this one because it's not small from Hanamula. Not that small and not that big. It's just perfect. I like the hot press, but I'm gonna get the cold press. So there is a little bit tiny bit. I like the fact that it feels soft on your hand. So it is a sign. So mm, how did I do the other one? Because I don't wanna mess it up, you guys. I'm going to, and it's okay if it's still a little bit wet. Mine's a little tiny bit, not much, but a little bit. Now see, this is, you have to, yeah. So what kind of, this is 140 pound, but this is a nice, I wouldn't suggest you use rough or anything. Try to use the mixed media, the, yeah, because you're gonna have a hard time. I was like, oh shoot. Um, Folding it for color stories. Okay. So if I, which is a way that, so it has to slit open this way, right? I don't wanna mess it up. But I think it's supposed to kind of go, let's see, this way. I think. Mm, let me check with sketches and scrap on my computer because I don't want to mess it up. Hold on. Hold on. Gosh. I remember I done something similar, like a one page thing, and like you have to slit it in the middle, but hold on, guys. So yeah, sorry, I was looking. Sorry, Marley, you're the only one here. So she like folded it, and I had done this before, but it was like you slit it through the middle, and then the middle, and then you like bring it all together like that. But she does it a little bit different. Um, I don't think I can do that. So what I'm gonna do is split it in half, and then the other half. So it'll kind of go like this, up like an arch. So here, I'm gonna do it. So she does it another way, but I think my paper is kind of small for that. So I don't want to fold it again. Like she folded it in like half and then half. Oh, let's see. Okay, maybe I can. I'll, I'll try. Okay. I had done this, and we call this in the junk journal era. We call this um, one page journal, but here I'm gonna call it color stories. Okay, yep. And so it's not gonna be perfect. See, that's what I mean. This is 100, even though this is soft, this is 140 pounds. So she did say to not do that. And, so we are in the, so now we have six little blocks, 2, 4, 6, 8. So we're gonna cut this middle part. Let's see. Are we? Yeah. We're gonna cut this middle part. I know it's kind of confusing. You can also cut it with this, which that's what I was gonna do, and slit it through the center. But basically, so now see how I told you that she did it. She folded it half, and then she opened it, and then she halved it, and then the half, right? And then she folded it like that. So fold it in half. Don't worry about the thing. Fold it in half, then open it, and then to your half, fold the other corners to that half. And then once you fold those corners to that half, you're going to fold it together, and then fold it again, and then make sure everything, if everything's perfect, is fine. But like I said, this is a zine. And then once you have your 2, 4, 6, 8 squares, then you're going to bring it back to the half. And the reason that you need this square, that's why I did the other one incorrect, because from your right to cut it through the line of the left, the first line, cut it through there, and that will give you the middle. So what would happen is that now you're going to see, that's why I did the other one incorrect. I was, because I folded it in half, only in half instead of two halves. So it will do that. Once it does that, boom. You can look at, that's why I said the more, see how mine is crooked? The more, how do I say it? The more straight that you can do it, because it's going to help you. So I'm going to go back and just try to crease my mistakes, but you don't have to do it. See, and that will help it a little bit. Now from here, it's up to you which one of these you want as your cover. So that's it. I did. So it also would help you if you want to do the back, she didn't do the back, but I think I'm gonna like do the back as well, but I'm gonna do it in different colors. Um, you don't have to, but you can. So, okay. So see what I mean? So one, see, two. It's like a little booklet. See how different they look? It was one page, but it's not one page anymore. And you can cut it if you like. Like you don't have to leave it like this. It's designed, but you don't have to leave it like this. You can, like let's say you want this as like that, because it's, I don't know, because it looks better. And see what I mean? I didn't fold it correct, like, and it's not gonna be perfect, but yeah. So that way, if you don't want that to show, you could just go like that. But it's still gonna show on mine, but that's okay. Um, but it's really cool, right? See how, look at that. Look at this. How cool. So I'm gonna show you in your view so you can see. See? It was one. Now it's not one anymore. It is a booklet. So this is where I'm telling you that you can refold if you like. If you happen not to like this, then that's fine. You can do whatever you want. You don't, if you want to keep it in a notebook, then that's fine. But I do want, I feel like this is I like this because then you can make notes or whatever. I put the Pinocho emoji behind the joke. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I hate white. I hate white watercolor, but I do like wash because it makes it shows. White does not show unless it's buff titanium. Sorry, girl. Thank you. So yeah, I hope I didn't really confuse you, but we call this in the junk journal one page journal. Um, in the one page journal, you could what you can do is slit this, and you can staple this or put something here, and then this you could slit it open, this, and make them into different pages. These ones. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I do like this little idea. And the bigger your paper, the bigger your little booklet's gonna be. Mine was not big or small, it was kind of like average. Like I said, I don't know if I want to go back. Let me see. If I wanna leave the white, let's see here. Because the white I feel like it's showing way too much. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. But yeah, see? So you can see where I cut it open and where does it stop. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it. I could slit this open. You could close it or leave it as a pocket if you like. Close them if you like here. And so you can just see your paintings. Um, I don't. I do like it like that. I might paint. I'm probably just gonna paint the white on the back. Paint it like one to a color or something. But yeah, look at that. See? So nice. Look at this. Looks like a little bird. It's cool. Like it takes a complete different look, right? From the page that you just saw. That's crazy. That's super crazy. See, this is what I mean. You can glue it down, um, or leave it like that. You can also like keep decorating or something. Fold not voted. Oh yeah, like I said, this is called one page journal in the junk journal world, but here we're calling it color stories. You can do whatever. I think this is a pretty good idea, and I've been wanting to do this anyway for a while. So yeah, pretty neat. Look at that. Like my little booklet. Look at. Doesn't it look like roses? Like I have a certain style, don't I? I love the way the gold kind of peeks into it. And look at this one. It looks like a peony, something like that. What I don't like is you know what? I am gonna paint this back because it's really getting on my nerves. I'm gonna paint it one color, one color, and then that'll be it. And then our life is basically done. Um, but this is fun, you guys. This is really fun. So I'm gonna paint it. I just don't want it. I'm gonna paint it or like an acrylic color, and I'm just gonna be like this color. I just don't want to look at it because the white. I think on her she did. She didn't show it, but I think she did paint it on both sides. She just didn't show it because I was like, I don't remember her paper being so like white. Mm. So I'm just gonna paint it. Oh, might have to use more acrylic paint, like a different color. Yeah, you might want to paint it on the back. Yeah, I think Marlena have a certain like have, my hand does something it's stuff similar, and it's the same thing when I do oil paint. Like you could tell now that it's my mark. It's really interesting. So yeah, these are color stories, you guys. So we're gonna do these throughout. You could keep a journal of it, or like me, do like signs, and it's really interesting. You'll start to discover more about yourselves than anything else because try not to do my colors because we might not have the same color taste. And I'll tell you another thing, try to use tube paint because and you can whatever you do to the watercolors you can do in acrylics. Now oil is very different because it reacts different. Traditional oil I'm talking about. I don't know about water-based oil. Water-based oil might be closer to the acrylic um, mixes or wash. Because oil mixing oil, it's a pain in the ass. You gotta know what you're doing, otherwise it'll turn into a muddy mess. Because it's the paint just reacts different. So yeah, this is perfect. So I painted it this iridescent top coat where it's not starkly white anymore. It's like a creamy white where you're like, what's that? And I like that. Okay. Yeah, because the other one is just like, So that's probably what I'm gonna do from here on out. I'm gonna like paint the back in acrylics so that I know that it's acrylic, and I keep the color stories on the front. Very much. I really like the way this exercise, and I knew that I wanted to do it for a long time. I just, like I said, I didn't know what to call it because people call it different names. And then I was like, and this is a good exercise if you're learning how to mix. This is how I learned how to mix, and I just did it, and I was like, if I liked it, liked it. If not, that's why I always kind of stock myself with a lot of watercolor, any type of paper, and because like it's important for you to use it for like where I messed up this one. If if you didn't have other paper, you'd be like, oh my god, But I was like, who cares? It's just I was gonna like do nothing with it. I'm just gonna probably use it like a scratch. And this Famui, if you're on a budget, this 9.99 Famui, it is 100% cotton. And it is quite good. So you might wanna take a stab at it. It is a block. Try not to use anything other than it doesn't do well with any other media unless it's gouache because gouache kind of like anything you rub on it, it's gonna start to peel off. So when it did that to me, I put gouache and it kind of like souped like a lotion and it stopped peeling. But it is pretty good watercolor paper. It's for 9.99 for this block for 20 pages, not bad. But Hannah Mula, this one, the Harmony is like one of the better ones. The It is only 12 pages though, so not 20. The Maiden I heard is really nice because it's Baohong, you know. Baohong blocks have gone up a little bit, so try to get the blocks when they're on sale and stuff like that. But anyway, this is all I have for you guys. Glad you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that I started kind of like weird, but it turned out really well. And we're gonna keep doing. I feel like I'm so addicted to these. They're so nice. And I'm gonna put all that so they're color stories, so you're gonna see them more and more. And now if somebody asks what you're doing, color stories. So only three, and try to stay away from iridescent. Like I said, I made an exception because this is gouache and this is for fall theme, but that's about it. You're not gonna see, because the point of this is that metallic is kind of like an extra type. It's not a color. So if you were learning how to mix or whatever, then yeah, this is the way to do it. And try to get like a little pen or something um so you can write your notes like what kind of colors did you use in the brand, so when you look back you're like, oh shoot, yeah, I remember this brand, because I tend to forget a lot and I don't want to look back at my videos. So anyway, so this is it. I hope you like this. I almost been here 2 hours, so I hope it was worth it. And I'll see you on another video. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you, Marlene. I'll see you on another video. Art haul next time.